Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we are commemorating the 66th year that has passed ever since the catastrophe that has occurred to hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, An-Nakba. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bring victory to the oppressed and to eradicate oppression all around the world, inshallah. Now, I saw a lot of the activism that was present on social networking, and mashallah, it's excellent that we're raising awareness and all of this, but I just want all of us to gauge our attention to one very important point. If we want to bring Palestine back, we need to look back at our history. We need to look back at the righteous predecessors that brought Palestine to begin with, that opened Palestine to begin with. Who was the one that opened Palestine? It was Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu. And he was Amir al-Mu'mineen. He was the leader of the believers at the time. Now imagine this leader walking to Palestine to open Palestine for the first time after the Prophet ﷺ came, subhanallah. And he is riding on a mule with his servant. And he gives his servant a turn on the mule, and he walks. And then the servant goes down, and Umar al-Khattab goes up on the mule. And they switch and they take turns, and he was very fair about that. So much so, that when he started to get close to Palestine, and the people in Palestine, the Romans at the time who wanted to give him the keys to Palestine, they could have seen him from such a distance. Now it came the turn for the servant to go on the mule and Umar al-Khattab to get down. So the servant was like, don't worry about it, You could just take my turn, no problem. The people are going to see you. What's wrong with you? Just don't worry about it. And Umar al-Khattab, he told him, no, justice. I'm going to get down, you're going to get on top, and we're going to meet these people this way. Then one of the Sahabi that were delegates in Palestine came to Umar al-Khattab. He saw him from far away. He started running to hhim. And he told him, Umar al-Khattab, what are you doing? You should wear something nice. You should wear something decent. What are you wearing? Your shirt has holes in it. SubhanAllah, as Umar al-Khattab was known for. Your shirt has holes in it. Change it. Let me give you something to wear. And Umar al-Khattab, he punched him in the chest. He punched him in the chest. He said, Wallahi, if it was not for your value in the eyes of Rasulullah ﷺ, if it was not for your value in my eyes, then I would have hurt you much harder. And then he said something amazing. He said, نحن قوم أعزنا الله بالإسلام ومهما ابتغينا العزة بغيره أذلنا الله. Subhanallah. This is the way that we entered Palestine, and this is the only way that we will get it back. He said, we are a people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us glory through Islam. And every single time we seek glory through any other means besides Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make us low. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make us losers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make our blood cheap. And isn't that the case right now, subhanallah? The only way that we will get back, it's not by protest, it's not by screaming, although that is very valuable. It's not going to be just by social networking. No, the true way to get back Palestine is by going back to our roots, going back to Islam. That's where our glory is, and that's where it always will be. So long as we are sinning in private, so long as we are sinning in public, so long as we are going to protests just to meet people from the opposite gender and get their numbers and text them and start relationships that are haram. So long as we're doing that, we're not raising anything. We're not doing anything if we forgot where our roots are. We will never open it the way that Umar al-Khattab opened it, and that is the only way that we will open it. If we go back to our roots, which is Islam. Subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He created a home for us. What happened in An-Nakba? What happened? Hundreds of thousands of people were pushed out of their homes, were banished from their homes. And right now there are so many of them that are refugees in countries, and they're like 60 miles, literally less than 60 miles away from their homes. What does this mean? We were pushed out of our homes. Why were we pushed out of our homes? Let's look at the story of Adam alayhi salam. Adam alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him, "O Adam, this is your home." 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your home. Your home is Jannah. This is your Jannah. This is your Jannah, Adam. But you cannot exit this Jannah and go to that tree. If you go to that tree, then you will be kicked out of Jannah. Subhanallah. And one way or another, he got influenced and he ended up going to that tree. When he left his home, what happened? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you left your home willingly, so now you must leave the home. Now you will be expelled from your home. Now you have to go to earth, and you have to live there, and you have to work hard over there. Subhanallah. He was in his Jannah, and then he left it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you must leave it forever now. But you have one way to come back. You have one way to come back. What is that way? What did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teach Adam? فَتَلَقَّى آدَمُ مِنْ رَبِّهِ كَلِمَاتٍ فَتَابَ عَلَيْهِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught Adam some words. What were those words? They were words of tawbah. Yes, he was kicked out of his house, which was in Jannah. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, there's one way you can get back to your Jannah. There's one way, that way is through tawbah. You use tawbah, you will be able to go back to your home. Without tawbah, you will not be able to go back to your home. And oh brothers and sisters, oh my brothers and sisters, my Muslim brothers and sisters, the only way that we will go back to our homes all around the world is if we go back to our Jannah, is if we go back to our home, which is Islam. The home that is Islam, the home that is Hayat, the home that is Iman, the home that is the Izzah of Islam, subhanAllah. Once we go back to that, to our roots of modesty, to our roots of purity, to our roots of akhlaq, of character, of excellence, of true submission, once we go back to that, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will return us to our homes in Palestine, inshaAllah. أَلَا إِنَّ سِلْعَةَ اللَّهِ غَالِيَةً أَلَا إِنَّ سِلْعَةَ اللَّهِ هِيَ الْجَنَّةِ. Indeed, the gift of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so expensive. It's not cheap. Palestine is a gift. Palestine is where the Prophet ﷺ, he led all of the other prophets in Isra wal Mi'raj. Palestine is the place where if you pray in it, you get 500 times the reward, as the Prophet ﷺ mentioned. It is a gift from Allah, and the only way that we will get the gift of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is by true sincerity, true excellence, and true submission. Once we go back to that home, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will return us to our homes. So this is just inshallah a short reflection for us to ponder over and for us to spread the awareness of. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the willpower to go back to our home, which is the home of Islam. Every single time you come closer to your home of Islam, know that we have gotten closer to our home in Palestine, inshaAllah. نسأله سبحانه أن يجعلنا من الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه إنه ولي ذلك والقادر عليه وجزاكم الله خير. This is Abu Adnan. Assalamu alaikum.